Sugar. It's what's for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, beverages, holidays. What else? Oh yeah, everything. Sugar is in almost everything we buy in the grocery store, especially if it's in a bottle or a package or frozen. And it's in almost all the foods we get at a fast food restaurant or almost any restaurant. Sugar is pervasive in our culture. Hey, this is Dr. Rando. I'm here in my kitchen where all the magic happens, at least in terms of cooking and baking, to really talk about a serious subject that I really, really want you to consider. I've been on a sugar or anti-sugar kick for more than 20 plus years when I first discovered the dangers of sugar. And now 20 plus years later, newer research confirms what I found 20 plus years ago. And the two things you really need to know about sugar is, number one, it's a drug. It's an addictive drug. And boy, are we addicted to it. In fact, the average American, and so this is average, that means a lot of people are higher to compensate people like me that are much lower. We consume a half a cup of sugar every day. A half a cup of sugar every day. So why do we reach for that donut in the morning, that coffee in the afternoon, or that cookie, or that energy drink? Because we've discovered that sugar hits the same reward center in our brains as cocaine. So throughout the day, our brain says, hey, I need another hit. I need another rush. Give me more sugar. And so we do. We eat sugar all day long. We are addicted to sugar. The second thing we've learned is that sugar is a toxin. Our body is not meant to process refined sugar, and especially not in the quantities that we are consuming today. The sugar from fruits and vegetables, totally fine because there's fiber in it and the fiber helps us process the sugar. But in the refined sugars, nope, it's horrible. Have you heard the term insulin resistance? That's a pretty trendy term right now. That's the first domino in a chronic health problem. So we now know that sugar is correlated with obesity, with diabetes, with dementia, some dementia and Alzheimer's, with stroke, with heart disease, with cancer. So you can keep eating sugar and have a horrible quality of life, a shortened lifespan, or you can reduce your sugars, reduce these chronic health issues. There's proven cases of type 2 diabetes being reversed through lifestyle and diet changes. So it's not a death sentence. You can reform today. And so you don't have to go down to zero. I mean, that's what I do. But ideally, work your way down to about 6 teaspoons a day. For now, just try cutting out all your sugary drinks, your sodas. Switch to putting a different sweetener in your coffee if you do that. Your energy drinks, just get rid of all your beverages that have sugar in them. And that'll probably knock your sugar consumption in half. Okay? So what do you do if you still like sugary stuff? Well, I'm not an influencer and I'm not being paid for these, but here are 3 products that I use and I love. The first is an allulose sweetener that I use in my coffee. I love the Anthony's brand because I feel like I've done the research on their company and I like that company. Sometimes I've used this brand, which is a combination of stevia and erythritol. I also sometimes just use plain stevia, but some people feel there's an aftertaste with stevia they don't like. Stevia is a natural herb that is super, super sweet. And then for baking, I often use the Swerve brown sugar, which is a combination of erythritol and allulose. Now these sweeteners, allulose, erythritol, xylitol, are probably at the moment the 3 best sugar substitutes. Do not use the blue, yellow, green packets. those are shown to have some issues, some health issues. Okay? So, one step at a time, one thing at a time. But once you reduce your sugar consumption, you will be amazed when you have a cookie or donut with sugar in it down the road. It will be so sickening sweet because our sweet tooth has been so enhanced because sugar is in everything. Bread, pasta, frozen pizza, salad dressings, ketchup, everything. It's in everything. All right. End on a good note. This is Dr. Randall. I have all sorts of resources on my website. Go to HealingSeed.World or RandallShanson.com. Have a great weekend. Wishing you good health and healing.